What's up, family? I'm Real Mike Rob. Make sure you tuning in to the 3-point conversion radio. They got all of it and they keep it funky. Let's get it.
Hey, JB. Last year, the talk surrounding Terry had been his three-point shooting, his catch and shoot numbers. This season, I noticed a big jump in his mid-range game. What has that done for his overall game in terms of how teams defend him now?
Well, he's much more versatile. A lot of teams obviously shot the ball at such an elite level from three. It's the next level. He's always felt fairly comfortable in the mid-range. We've just really focused on the three and the rim for him since he's got here. And I think it's really opened up his game. The mid-range has been something that he's been very comfortable with. It's almost like he's brought it back now this season. And he's had to, the way teams are running him off. So he's able to score all three levels, Richie, at the three-point line, that mid, when they run him off, he's capable of making that shot. And then obviously he's become more efficient at the rim and making decisions there. So the mid-range is important for us. Gordon, we missed Gordon's mid-range, as you know. We've missed that, since his absence. Terry's one of those guys that can make up for some of that.
Let's go to Will Kunkel and then Sam.
Hey, JB. Biz was saying yesterday that he didn't really like the play-in games. And I think he was saying something to the effect of teams slack off the rest of the season and then play hard down the stretch just to get in. Do you agree with him, or how do you see the play-in games? Do you like them or dislike them?
Like it's just where we're at. I mean, the league's trying. They're trying to, stir up interest, and I don't blame them. They're trying to do what's best for the league. The traditionalists would say keep it as is, and top 8 teams just continue to move on. It does bring more excitement, I would say. I mean, I think it's clear that what the league's trying to do is being accomplished right now. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I mean, it's a league call, it's an ownership call, and that's up to that group. And for me, I'm good with either. But what I'll say is there is a level of interest out of more teams trying to make a push here down the stretch. Had we not had this situation with the play-in tournament. So yeah, I mean, it's keeping more teams involved, less tanking, less, just more competitive basketball down the stretch. And I think that's good for the game. I'm not going to make a judgment right now. I think time will tell. As we give this another year or two or whatever the league decides. I think we'll know a little bit more. But what you can't argue is there's more excitement. There's more teams playing here down the stretch. You can't argue that.
In your opinion, what's the downside? Like what is not good about it outside of creating excitement and intrigue?
Yeah, I think there's an argument to be made that if a team is so far ahead as a 7-8 seed, that they could work so hard and put themselves in position to clearly be that team after 82 games. And then a team that gets hot at the last, 1 or 2 games down the stretch can knock that team out. To me, that's the biggest argument. Now, if all those teams are bunched up and it's within a game or two, I think that might be worth it there, Will, to make that sort of push there. But if there's a team that's clearly 5-6 games ahead of, somebody else and they've worked their tail off all year, there could be an argument there. I understand that. But again, the league's trying to stir up interest, and I think they have what they want right now.
Thanks, JB.
Sure.
Sam.
Hey, JB, hope you're doing well. Bulls enter this one top 5 in the league in opposing threes and opposing percentage allowed in the NBA. I think you guys have struggled a little bit on the perimeter in the first 2 games against them. What do they do so effectively in that category in terms of limiting play from behind the arc?
Yeah, they've done a good job, running us off the line, staying home on our shooters. They try to play the pick and roll more 2-on-2 and try to limit our 3-point shooting. But we just got to be better with our pace, our ball movement, our off-ball cutting, our decision-making. This group has guarded us fairly well this season. So we're going to have to do this with pace, ball movement, decisive ball movement, getting to the paint more. I don't think we got to the paint enough last time we saw Chicago. We got to get the ball to the paint and find some reads to kick out or finish at the rim. So, but again, it starts with us on the defensive end to get out and create some easy opportunities for ourselves. if they're scoring all night and we're running against their half court defense, it's going to be tough on us. And we saw a little bit of that in Chicago. We got to run good defense tonight and do a good job getting out in the open floor. So our guys are ready. This is a great opportunity for us. We got to be better. This team has beat us up for 2 straight games, and it's now time to respond.
Thank you.
We'll go to Danny and then Richard.
Coach Danny Thompson with the 3-point conversion. You mentioned pushing the pace. Chicago, I think, is like 4-17 this year when they give up 120 more points in a game. I know Devontae's out, but how important is it to get to the 120 mark since Chicago has not been haven't been successful much when they give up 120 more points?
Well, I'd like to get to 120 tonight. Trust me, I'd love to get there. I think that's the goal, is to get out and score and, score efficiently. Obviously missing some key guys, it's put a strain on our offense, but we're capable of doing that, Danny. And for us to do that, we're gonna have to find good looks from 3 and find some early offense, which we're capable of. I think you've seen that in the Portland game, the Boston game here at home. We're capable of doing that. So I think tonight is tailor-made for that type of effort tonight. And it really starts on the defensive end. As I said, in the Portland game, in the Boston game, our offense was a reflection of our defense. We got out, we got stops, we were aggressive. That led to easy points in transition. We were much more locked in. I look for the same script here that we saw in those 2 games.
Richard Walker, CarolinaSportsHub.com. This is the first of the last 2 back-to-backs of the season. Do you manage it differently? I know obviously with the lineup situations you've been given, you have some of that is self-evident, but do you look at it as, well, I'm going to not play some of you guys tonight, or you live for tonight and worry about tomorrow when you get to tomorrow?
We'll live for tonight. We'll read the game as we go. Obviously I don't want to run these guys into the ground, but we'll live for tonight and we'll figure out tomorrow. But hopefully getting PJ back tonight will give us an added boost, and it'll help give us some more depth tonight. So we'll live for tonight, and we'll figure out tomorrow.